Wonderful! Lovely day to all! In this video, we will share a summary of our case study, which is titled The Implementation of Marriage in Different Religions and Its Impact on Each Individual. But before we start, let me introduce myself first, and also my groupmates. I am Naika Imanov, and I am Miss Lynn Nipones, and I am Desimi Barani.
I'm Helgin Chua Isandag.
I am Jamaica Lumaad Talisayan.
Without further ado, let's start.
So we have here the outline and the flow of our study. Start with the introduction, background information, alternative solutions, main answers, and recommendations. May I call Nestle Bones for the introduction?
Marriage is a very strong and very deep bond that functions to connect between a man and a woman in a household or a family. In forming a household or a family, the belief in the same religion requires not only confidence in the same commitment. However, in the life of the Indonesian people, there are currently many marriages that are not based on similarities in religious beliefs. The marriage is only based on genuine love between a man and a woman. These different religious marriages cause problems in the legal field such as validity of the marriage itself. According to the marriage law in force in Indonesia, most of the people forced to get married due to their religious beliefs and traditions, especially those people who are Muslims, Christians, and other religions that have a very strict traditions. In the Section 25 Republic Act 3613, the marriage law states that marriages between Mohammedans can be performed in accordance with the rites or practice of their religion, but there is no provision of law which authorizes the granting of divorces in accordance with the rites or practices of their religion. Now, how are faith communities to respond to the ethical challenges of ensuring that rules and practices support good family relationships and do no harm to couples, families, and children in these complex situations? This is a difficult but important area for interfaith dialogue, cooperation, and conflict resolutions. The range of responses to interfaith marriage amongst families of faith reflects in their part, cultural and historical context, traditions of relationship formations, and family structures. Than seeking spiritual meanings exclusively in separate, sacred, species or creating religion as external to the individual, religion should be sought in the social context in which religion, faith, and spirituality are refined. The study uses grounded theory to create themes and a model describing the ways that religiosity influences marital conflicts. Couples reported that religiosity affects the conflict in their marriage at three phases of the conflict process. First, problem prevention. Second, conflict resolution. And third, relationship reconciliation. To that end, this study uses a cultural perspective to better understand the benefits and harms that religion can have in the enduring marriages of older adults who believe that marriage is sacred. May I call Jamaica Talisayan for background information.
Background information. Our society evolves with different types of religious beliefs and practices that can affect relationship of each individual. Marriage was the first controversial issue that happened globally. Accordingly, the Philippines proudly boasts of being the only Christian nation in Asia. More than 86% of the population is Roman Catholic. 6% is affiliated with various nationalized Christian cults, and the remaining 2% is affiliated with all over 100 Protestant denominations. According to semester November 11, 2015, marriages across faith can lead to arguments and disagreement in relationships. They can also severely affect the faith of more religious spouse, causing him or her to be unhappier. This type of marriages can draw people away from their religion and lead them less prevalent followers. However, it could also be argued that all marriages are mixed faith ones. Dolahite of 2018 asserted that religion unites and divides. and previous conceptual and review work was noted at least three dimensions of religion through which such influence occur: belief, practice, and community. Belief are defined as meanings, perspective, identities, and internal belief that stem from religion, whereas practices encompass more overt ritual, tradition, choices, and action, such as church attendance and prayer, as well as act of abstinence. The majority position in Islam is that under the Muslim law, a Muslim woman is not allowed to marry a non-Muslim man. Also, a Muslim father married to a Jewish or Christian woman is under an obligation to raise his child as Muslims. Next to me, may I call on Miss Laika Muluk.
For alternative solutions, when it comes to an interfaith marriage, you will need to consider the challenges and consequences that lie ahead. Here are some alternative ways to make marriage work despite religious differences. The first one, believing that your love for each other will conquer all your interfaith marriage problems. Second, accepting and examining the backgrounds and how they have both shaped their attitudes and beliefs. Be open to your religious belief and settle about your faith with your spouse. Considering each one's opinion, accept similarities and differences and ultimate respect. For the main answer, to be continued by Helen Joy Ondag.
One of the most crucial lessons for couples from various religious origins is how to deal with their religious differences. If they are not appropriately addressed, religious differences can become a source of conflict and strain in a relationship. On the other hand, technology may be a driver for progress if properly managed. Marrying outside your own faith requires the two of you to be especially mature, respectful, and compromising to have a successful long-term relationship. It will take a significant amount of effort to not let external influences cause irreparable damage between you both, such as in-laws or grandparents, along with your internal differences and religious backgrounds. To go beyond, the result of the study shows that two people should have respect for and acceptance of differences. But remember, the majority position in Islam is that under Muslim law, a Muslim woman is not allowed to marry a non-Muslim man. Also, a Muslim father married to a Jewish or Christian woman is under an obligation to raise his children as Muslims. There's no conflict when faith leaders show respect for the integrity of people of the other faith. It supports both partners to practice their own faith and respect their partners. Most couples, including those where one partner has willingly chosen to convert, find that successfully accommodating the different identities they bring to the marriage requires compromise and a degree of flexibility. Now let's proceed to the recommendations.
For recommendation, we advise anyone conducting research to avoid using words or thoughts that could incite violence or harm to religions, beliefs, or even individuals. We recommend finding relevant and realistic information that will relate to their studies.
We recommend this study to the faith leader who wish to discourage interfaith marriages or challenge the beliefs of other faiths. Take care to use non-judgmental language when doing so and avoid inadvertently harming or disrespecting people in interfaith marriages of their families.
We also recommend these studies to those churches and mosques that are actively involved in local safeguarding boards and have policies and procedures such as child protection policies. Local training is frequently available for those working with families, couples, and children on how to signpost, provide appropriate care and support. There may be support available for ministers and imams in the form of supervision to help and guide them on how to deal with these challenging issues.
And that's the end of our study.